Number 10. Cosmic impact. You know how dinosaurs became extinct? A cosmic impact from a large asteroid. That's what most scientists and researchers are saying, and what's mostly being advertised in the media. A huge cosmic impact has the same energy as several million nuclear weapons detonating simultaneously, mostly without the radioactive aftereffects. Well, this is assuming that the meteor is at least 0.6 miles wide, which could destroy a whole city. The asteroid that caused the dinosaurs' extinction is believed to be around 7 to 8 miles, but it needs an asteroid of more than 60 miles wide for the Earth to be utterly destroyed. Currently, every year, there are thousands of tiny pieces of meteorites that do hit the ground, though majority of them goes unnoticed because they fall in the waters or in uninhabited areas. Anyways, most of the space rocks that do enter Earth usually just burns up in the atmosphere before they even reach the ground, which we call shooting stars. Number 9. Nuclear war. Not much to say about this one. If all the countries with nukes started nuking everywhere, it could pretty much be the end of mankind, not to mention the risk of nuclear terrorism. But of course, this only works if the nuclear bombs were to be exploded in strategic places for it to cover the whole Earth. It's like terraforming Earth in a bad way. With nuclear explosions, the climate could change, everything around you become radioactive, and people either die or mutate. The mutations are not the cool type of mutations, if you know what I mean. Though this event would most likely not cause the end of mankind, but a whole country could get wiped out and uninhabitable due to harmful radiation for a very, very long time. Number 8. Plagues. Plagues were one of the major causes of deaths in the age before medicine was improved. Sure, nowadays there's the CDC, people who studies all these microbes they can find and try making a cure for it. But with the advancement of science and medicine, these germs have also found a way to evolve, getting more immune to cures. There's also the case where these scientists might just accidentally or intentionally make their own deadly strain. So, would there be a day that a new evolved germ comes into this world that kills people quickly before a cure could be concocted? This is actually a possibility, but let's hope it never comes to that. Number 7. Supervolcanoes. We know what a volcano does. Lava from underground goes out of them and they emit volcanic smoke, gases and ash into the atmosphere. A supervolcano does exactly that, but on a much, much bigger scale, that it can disrupt the world's climate. What happens when climate changes? Well, plants dies, then herbivores dies because of the lack of plants, then carnivores dies because of the lack of animals. Even safe to eat artificial food is based on something from nature, so there would literally be no food. Then the eruption would cause earthquakes, tsunami, Earth would be covered in ash just like Pompeii, the air would be full of toxic gases, and the lava would change the Earth's land. It probably won't even be safe underground when the Earth's plates start to move. Number 6. Giant solar flares. The sun is the massive blob of fire in the sky. We need it for either as a source of energy for solar panels or for plants to grow. Solar flares happen every other week or so, but massive ones are very rare. The sun flare ejects clouds of electrons, ions, and atoms into space, which does reach Earth a day or two or even faster after an event. The biggest solar flare ever recorded was in September 1st, 1859, from a solar storm, and that day was called the Carrington event. The big solar flare hit the Earth's magnetosphere directly, and this is what happened back then. Auroras were seen all around the world. It was an exceptionally bright day or night in some places. It was so bright the places with nighttime looked like it was morning. Most communications were down at the time, that is the telegraph. Some power grids short-circuited, while some electronics ran even without batteries or visible power source. In this day and age, with a technology-dependent society, well, let's just say havoc might ensue, such as things falling from the sky, airplanes, satellites, spacecrafts. Everything short-circuiting, fires from sparks, no internet, no GPS. The world would be in a state of panic. Though in movies, the solar flare itself might just set the world on fire. Number 5. Black holes. A black hole is a region where the gravitational pull is so strong, nothing can escape from it. This includes every matter in existence, such as light, heat, and even germs. It can bend light, warp space, and distort time, something that might just be needed to time travel, but I digress. With that properties, you would think not even our planet can escape a black hole, right? Well, it depends on its mass and the distance it is with Earth, so it's actually highly unlikely, like 1 in a trillion, but it's still not impossible. The scary thing about a black hole is that the smaller ones can move like a little meteor, and all black holes are practically invisible in the black region we call space. That is, until it starts devouring materials into itself, which makes it glowing due to the high energy it produces. Number 4. Machines with AI. Do you know the Matrix or iRobot? Well, it's a world where AI can think past what it is programmed to think, and once it's done that, they see humans as unnecessary or dumb and takes over. That's basically it. Once they take over, they either massacre everyone or use humans like batteries. Either way, goodbye humanity. Number 3. Alien invasion. Are we the only beings in this universe? Nobody is 100% sure, and because of this unknown factor, fear comes with it. The thought of them sending scouts on Earth and assimilating themselves into society is scary, but the worst one would be if they come without warning and start attacking Earth. This is basically human nature, colonizing countries, going to war, slavery, and more just because people are different. But are aliens really like humans? Who knows? What I do know is that if the aliens do manage to get to Earth and doesn't start attacking at once, we should probably not initiate. Who knows how many more could come after, or even how powerful their technology are. Maybe even enough to kill off everything on the planet, or even worse, destroy the whole planet itself. Number 2. Zombies. I personally really can't stand zombies. They're honestly my worst fear. Luckily, it's limited to just the movies and TV series. Apparently, zombies could happen in a few ways, magic, parasites, or something like the plague, but rather than kill you through and through, it gets your dead or near-dead bodies moving and, for whatever reason, messes with your brain into wanting to kill anything that's moving. Currently, zombies are depicted moving faster and faster. That's just... no. Please no. Number 1. God's will. The series of events from this depends entirely on your religion. I guess when the time comes, it will come. But for the sake of mankind, or for yourself, would you just accept your fate, or would you try saving yourselves? I guess that is the question.